This is a one-man show here in Manhattan. Freedom Tower. I got it in the background. And look, you can't deal it. When I FutureMark, I could fly back there and I could just kind of take a nap. I was in the penthouse. Took a little flyaroo. I just wound up in the penthouse. They had the window open. And I was like, oh, I'm going to take a little naparoo here. I looked out the window. Sun was setting. Heard the door. The key went into, I got super hearing. The key went into the lock. And I just very quickly made the bed. FutureMark. Made the bed very quickly. Back out the same window. All right. None the wiser. You know what I mean? Like, they had no idea. Yeah, the FutureMark is there. Taking a naparoo. Sun was setting. I even washed it quickly. Yeah, and then I flew Mach 7. Dried it. Air dry. Set the bed. By the time he opened the key and flipped the door open, dry. Back on the bed. FutureMark. I was actually back right here by the time he opened the door. When he closed the door to lock it, I was back here talking to you. That's why I'm here now. I did that all in the last 30 seconds. I was there, then I'm back. You guys are like, where'd he go? You didn't even say that, right? Because you thought I was here the whole time. You didn't even see me leave. That's how quick FutureMark can fly. Took that nap too. You didn't even know it. It's a power nap. It's a super nap. The super naps are like 3 seconds, and it recharges like the equivalent of your 8-hour sleeping. When you sleep for 8 hours, that's kind of the same thing as me 3 seconds. If I sleep for 5 seconds, holy cow, it's like a 24-hour day for you. And it's like you got you were in college and you got mono and you slept for a full day. Like, that's what happens when I do a 5-second sleeperoo. So you can't. FutureMark's not allowed to sleep. If I fall asleep at all, again, it's just like bear hibernating. Yeah, 3 seconds turns into 30 million years. Like, all of a sudden, they're like, why did he fall asleep again? I don't know. We can't wake him now, though. There's a huge asteroid coming towards the planet. What are we going to do? Call Ben Affleck. Get that stupid head right in the direct path of that asteroid. And you're good to go. You're good. You're going to be safe. The world will just have a lot more dust. You may have issues with, sunlight, and you'll have dust particles around the atmosphere for the next 300 years. But you were saved. You were salvaged by the Affleck head. It's what we all talk about in the history books. FutureMark. That's when I'm FutureMark. Sometimes I'm FutureMark. Sometimes I'm FutureMark. The other times, look, I've also been Leonardo da Vinci, and I created the helicopter. Don't forget that I painted the Mona Lisa as well. Yeah, I was really good at that one. And people are like, oh, did he make the painting of himself? No, it was a chambermaid. She was sitting around that day. I said, listen, you sit here. I need a model. She's quite fetching for the era. And so I painted her. Leonardo. And then, of course, Mandela. Yeah. They Mandela'd me. They're like, wait a second. Leonardo. No. I've had enough with the lies. With the Mandela effect. Unfreaking believable. You paint the freaking Sistine Chapel, right? And it's like, you get finished with that. You sculpt the David, right? And everybody's like, what a beautiful sculpture. What an amazing ceiling, Michelangelo. And then the history books Mandela you. It's just not right. It's not right. You could be in your room, in your chamber. Forget about chambermaids, but you could be in your chamber and you're writing a symphony. The greatest symphony of all time. It's like dun 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 dun. And everybody's like, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. That is the most amazing piece ever. Mandela. Future? Yeah, Mozart. What? Are you kidding me? That was, you guys, when do you remember Mozart? Like, I want to know when the changeover, because I can tell you the last time, I have a piece of residual of Mark's art. I'm going to find it. It's somewhere in the back. I'm showing you residual of Mark's art. And you're going to be like, holy cow, Mozart was a lie. Yep. Don't forget it either. You're like, no, no, Mark's art, and I got the residual to show you. All right, and we're gonna do that. We will show you that on the very next episode of Mandela and the Mofo. And Mandela and the Mofo is brought to you by Menon. And if you don't have a product to keep the smell away under your arms, check out the Speed Stick product. It's quite a product that Dick Face uses, as well as Sonny the Fist. Sonny uses one of their products on his fists in order to keep the smell away. When you have fists that big, you got to keep the odors away, because that can bring in critters and rodents. And he does need to sleep with a golf cup like this. FutureMark's been Mandela'd over the years. Not a good thing. I mean, it's bad enough that like the reason there is a like faith in general is because of you. Like you were the reason that it all took place. I mean, like you spent 40 years in like the desert just dealing, right? And then finally you're like, forget this. I'm parting the freaking Red Sea. You do. You get all your family, friends through there. They walk through the Red Sea. It's parted. You see on both sides. And it's like, look, there's fish. They're like, how the heck is that person walking through? I was like, where you pass, I shall pass. It's like a Gandalf moment. And we walked through. Every single person in the group, every single one of them was like, thank you so much, Marxist. They all were thankful for what I did. I went up to the top of Mount Sinai. I got the tablets. Yeah, I broke the first set. That's not my bad. I tripped on a rock. I went back up, brought another set of tablets up there. 10 Commandments style. Brought them down to the bottom. Every single person there. Marxist, you are amazing. Thank you so much for bringing us the 10 Commandments. Mandela. History books. What do you guys read now? Yeah, Moses. No, what? Mandela. I'm going to show you a residual of that. I got an ancient script. It was found in the caves of Tenochtitlan. And in these caves there is a scripture that has come to light. It will prove that I am truly Marxist and that there is no such thing as those. They just Mandela'd you. Of course, the worst part, I told you guys this if you didn't know, it was kind of crazy, but you got Mandela'd like the biggest way. Because really, I was also Nelson Markdela, and they Mandela'd you. You don't remember Markdela? I was there. South Africa. I'm fighting apartheid. Markdela. And then everybody's like, Nelson Mandela. What the? You threw Mark and made it man? Unbelievable. Mandela. What do you think, that sounds better than Markdela? But I was Markdela. I was Nelson Markdela. I was the one who got on and did the speech. I went to jail. I did the time. And then you changed the name, did a Mandela effect on the Markdela effect. Sometimes I just can't understand how you guys don't see through the Markdela. You've been Markdela. Sometimes you really have to look close to see it, you know? You'll be like, wait a second. Was I just Markdela? Yeah, you were. I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back. Everybody's out there. I got to call Brian Staveley. Brian Staveley's got to come on the show so I can remind him that he's been Markdela. He'll be like, what are you talking about? I've been telling everybody they've been Mandela. No, you should be telling everybody they've been Markdela. And then they'll be like, I get it. I remember Markdela. Nelson Markdela, the greatest orator in the history of South Africa. I was passionate for my people, and I got Markdela'd by a future. The future that decided that Markdela was too much of a powerful figure, and they needed to kind of like just dumb it down and make it feel a little bit less aggressive. So they made it Mandela instead of Markdela. Markdela is more like, right? Mandela is kind of like, I want to go out and hang out and have a beer, you know? And that's a different feeling. You got to make sure you keep cool, and that's what they were doing. Like, look, we don't want to rile people up. If we go Markdela, they're gonna be like, let's go pitchforks in the streets. You know what I mean? So Mandela, I guess I sort of get it, but it's me. Like, seriously, Markdela.